All right. I know all of you, but I'm Officer Tyler. I appreciate everybody being here today. We have a really fun afternoon planned for you guys. Before we get started, I want to give a big thanks to all of our fifth grade teachers and all of our staff here, allowing us into your classrooms to make our DARE program possible every single year. I understand you guys have busy schedules and things come up with mine and Dan's schedule and we need to reschedule at times. So just appreciate all you guys do for us and for our kids each day. We're going to start with John Pablo reading his essay, and then we're going to go from there.
Hi, my name is John Pablo. I am a fifth grader at the Worthington Intermediate School. My teacher is Miss Eggers. My DARE officer is Officer Tyler. In my DARE essay, I am going to talk about peer pressure, bullying, and communication. In DARE, I learned about peer pressure. It is important to understand that doing the same thing as your friends can have negative consequences. If your friends are trying to make you do something that can have a negative effect, you should resist it. You can resist peer pressure by avoiding the situation, walking away, saying no while given an excuse, or changing the subject. In summary, peer pressure is a thing that can be good or bad, but it is important to know when to follow your peers in some situations for a positive effect. In the future, I will resist peer pressure because there will be times where I can't do whatever my peers are doing. In DARE, I also learned about bullying. Bullying is not something people want to experience, so it is not okay to bully others anywhere. Bullying can have a negative effect on your life as it can result to getting in trouble at school, and if it gets to the point, you can possibly get suspended from school for bullying. People can decide to bully others because they might have been bullied in the past, want to belong with other bullies, or might have been pressured into doing it. Bullying is something you can report safely but also anonymously. You can also use the 5 W's of bullying, which are who, what, when, where, and why. You can tell a teacher, but tell them to keep you anonymous. In the future, I will not bully anyone because of the effects it has on others. In the future, I will also anonymously report bullying. In DARE, I learned about communication. Communication is something that you need to use when trying to explain a situation to someone. It is also important to use communication when trying to resolve a conflict between you and someone else. So with confident communication, you can communicate effectively with whoever you are communicating with. Communication is something that not all people understand at certain times, so it is important to use confident communication so people understand what you're trying to communicate. If you don't have good communication, then people might not understand what you're trying to communicate. In the future, I will try to communicate effectively so people can understand what I'm trying to communicate to them. In conclusion, I learned about peer pressure, bullying, and communication during DARE classes with Officer Tyler. I think DARE is important for everyone because it teaches about dangers we will all face in life. I would like to make a pledge as a DARE graduate to resist peer pressure, not bully anyone, and communicate effectively with others. Thank you, Officer Tyler, for teaching me about DARE.
Hello, my name is Tavon. I'm a fifth grader at the Intermediate School. Officer Dan was my DARE officer. In DARE, I learned about Help Network, bullying, and peer pressure. The first thing I learned was Help Network. It means a person or a group you can call for advice or encouragement. This is important because it helps me think about who to talk to for encouragement. One person I can talk to is my mom. In the future, I'll think about who to talk to, like my friends, my mom, or my teacher. I also learned about bullying. If someone is a bully, they hurt other people on purpose over and over. It is important because I can help other people if they're getting bullied by telling the teacher. I will use it in the future to help me and others from getting bullied. The last thing I learned was peer pressure. I learned that peer pressure means to be pressured by your friends. This is important because there are people that pressure their friends without knowing they are doing it. In the future, I will try to relax myself if I am pressured by my friends. In conclusion, I learned about Help Network, bullying, and peer pressure during DARE in classes with Officer Dan. DARE is important to all kids because kids can learn not to drink alcohol till they're 21 years old. I promise to help others from getting bullied. I also will stop kids from drinking alcohol. Thank you, Officer Dan, for teaching me DARE.
Hello, my name is Miriam Witt. I am a fifth grader at the Worthington Intermediate School. Officer Dan was my DARE officer, and there I learned about health effects, the DARE decision-making model, and stress. The DARE decision-making model helps you with life decisions and helps you make good choices. The DARE decision-making model stands for Define, Assess, Respond, and Evaluate. The DARE decision-making model is important because it's a way of making safe and responsible decisions. But in my opinion, I think everybody should use the DARE decision-making model. It helps with life. In the future, I will always try to use the DARE decision-making model. Stress is something that could cause crying, anxiety, and anger. Stress is any strain, pressure, or excitement felt about a situation or an event. Stress can happen if your friends tease you or if you take a test. Stress has happened to many people. If it happens to you, try to breathe in and breathe out. In the future, I will always try to keep my stress level low. A health effect is something that happens as a result of using a drug like tobacco. Tobacco is a drug that you can smoke or chew. Tobacco causes bad breath, wrinkles, and dry skin. More than 480,000 Americans die from tobacco per year. Tobacco causes lung cancer and reduces the amount of blood that flows to your brain, which can lead to death. Another drug is alcohol. Alcohol is dangerous if you mix it with medicine. Teen bodies are still growing, therefore, alcohol affects them more severely than adults. Alcohol slows down the brain and body. Effects may include loss of coordination, poor judgment, memory loss, and loss of self-control. There are more drugs like cigarettes, pills, and powder. In the future, I will not use any type of drug unless I'm 21 or older. Conclusion. I learned about the DARE decision-making model. The DARE decision-making model helps you with your life and helps you make responsible decisions. In the future, I'll always try to use the DARE decision-making model. Another thing I learned about is drugs. Drugs are harmful to many people. Some drugs can even lead you to death. So in the future, I will not use drugs unless I'm 21 or older. The last thing I learned was stress. Stress has happened to many people. It could happen if you're taking a test or riding a roller coaster, and so much more. In the future, I will always try to keep my stress level low. I pledge to not use drugs unless I'm 21 or older and try to keep my stress level low. Thank you, Officer Dan, for teaching me. I learned a lot.
Good morning, everyone, families, friends, teachers, officers, and most importantly, our graduates. Today is a celebration of choices, courage, and growth. We're gathered here to honor a group of young people who made a commitment to themselves and their future by completing the DARE program. Graduates, over the past weeks, you've learned more than facts and lessons. You've learned how to make decisions that keep you safe, healthy, and confident. You've practiced standing up for yourselves, resisting peer pressure, and thinking through tough situations. Those skills will stay with you long after today. What I admire most is that you showed up, you listened, you asked questions, and you challenged yourselves. That takes maturity, it takes strength, and it deserves recognition. So today we're not just celebrating the end of a program, we're celebrating the beginning of a mindset. A mindset that says, I choose responsibility, I choose respect, and I choose to take care of myself and others. To each of you, congratulations, you've earned this moment, and I hope you carry the confidence that you feel today into every choice that you make moving forward. Enjoy the rest of your day. I know you have a fun afternoon planned. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Frazee. Today's a big day for me too. I've never used two microphones at the same time. Wish me luck. In all seriousness, what you guys have accomplished isn't just impressive on paper, through writing a DARE essay and things like that, but it says something real about who you are becoming. You chose to take on a project that asks and demands for honesty, courage, and compassion. And you showed all three of those. You learned how to make thoughtful choices, how to look out for one another, and how to speak up for what matters, even when it isn't always easy. Those skills aren't just part of a curriculum called DARE, they're part of you now. They'll help you when life gets confusing, when you're faced with tough decisions, and when you're figuring out who you want to be in the world. The confidence that you built, the teamwork that you practiced, and the responsibility that you showed will carry you far beyond this day. You should feel proud, not just of this program that you are graduating from, but of the people that you're growing into. Keep trusting your voice, keep supporting one another, and keep believing that your choices can shape the future, because they can, and you've already proven that.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm going to top that, so I'm just going to say a few words. I'm Officer Dan. Most of you guys know me. Most of you guys have seen me. I'm one of the other DARE officers with Officer Olson over here, or Officer Tyler, most of you guys say. And I just want to say congratulations, you guys. This is my 10th year of doing this, and every year when I stand up here, it's very exciting to see the next generation move forward. Okay, 10 weeks. I told you guys in my classes at the beginning of the weeks, okay, it's going to be hard to start off with, but it's going to start getting easier and easier and easier. And by 10th week, it got very, very easy. Okay, you guys knew how to define, you guys knew how to assess, respond, and evaluate. Now we need to move forward and keep doing that. With that said, we need to go back. We need to start looking at what we all talked about. We talked about the health effects. Okay, we've talked about stress, communication, the help networks. Okay, we talked about being a good citizen, helping others. Okay, we watched a lot of good videos. We talked about a lot of good stories. We need to remember those. Like I said in the beginning, the stories are about you guys. Okay, a lot of you guys are going through these stories. A lot of you will go through these stories. So remember your book. Remember what you pledged. Hold on to that DARE essay. And when things start looking a little rocky, remember it. Start reading it. Start talking with each other. Okay? So, congratulations. We're one step closer. Okay? We're going to have a fun afternoon going through all the different stations that your teachers and Officer Olson has set up. So, go in it with an open mind. Okay? Give it your best and have some fun. Congratulations, guys.
We have some really fun stations planned for this afternoon, but before you guys go to lunch here, Officer Schroeder is going to be here, and he brought one of our canine partners with us. So when I say canine, I mean dog. He's not going to hurt anybody, anything like that. He's going to stay with Bryant. He's going to be on a leash. We're going to bring him up front here in a second, and Bryant's going to talk a little bit about him and show you some things that he can do. And then this afternoon, you'll have a chance to meet Bryant Schroeder, his canine handler, in one of the stations, and you'll be able to ask questions, and he'll show you some more cool stuff with them. So we use our canine partners for a lot of things. They can help us find people. They can help us find things that are hidden. And the cool thing about them is they use their nose a lot more than they use their eyes. So when we go look for something, we use our eyes to look. But Skoll, that's going to come in here, he uses his nose, and that's how he helps us find things that are hidden. So Officer Schroeder and Skoll don't know where, but I hid two things up front here. It's not anything harmful or hurtful or for any of you guys, but I have them hidden. So we're going to challenge and see if Skoll and Officer Schroeder can find where they are at.
All right, so I'm Officer Schroeder with the Worthington Police Department. You guys will have a chance to see me in one of the rooms later with Skoll. What we're going to do is just a quick demonstration of how he can find things that a lot of us can't find. So there's two items hidden here, like Officer Olson said. We don't know where they're at, so we're going to try and find them. What he does when he does find things, I give him this little ball as his toy. So if we can find both items, I'm going to give him the ball. See, he likes it already. He knows what we're doing. So I'm gonna see if we can find it. He'll get his ball as a reward, and you guys can kind of see if you can tell when he knows where the item is. He should go into a sit, and that's his response to finding that item, okay? So we'll give it a try here once. See. Come. Seek. Come. Check. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good. So that was him finding the first item. He went into he laid down there, which is sometimes what they do. If it's up higher, he'll go into a sit. But there he went into a down, and that's his indication to me through training that he located whatever item we're looking for. So we'll try and find the second one here. Out. Out. Down. Good boy. Good boy. Come. Seek. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good. Good. Good boy. So as you can see on that one, he went into a sit because it was a little higher up. My guess is in the top of the desk there. So we located both items, and he gets his reward, which is his ball. So how you guys get rewarded with money or whatever it may be, get to go out, he gets rewarded with his ball. And that's all he cares about in life is this ball. So if you guys have questions, like I said, we'll be in that classroom later. I'll show you a few things. We'll talk about more what he does, what I do as a handler, and then kind of what we do as a police department with our canines. So you guys will have questions later. Feel free to ask, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'll show you a little bit of obedience. We do this every day. We have to get tested out on it as well. So we do this every day, so that way he learns to listen to me and me only. So what we'll do is we'll try and get him to do a few commands, and then again, he'll get his ball as a reward. Down. Sit. Good boy. Down. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Out. 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 We'll do one more. We'll do a walking one. So he also has to learn to listen to me while we're walking around. Like when we walk in here, he's got to listen to me. So there's a lot of that goes into it, but we'll just do a quick walking demonstration and what he can do, and we'll see how it goes. Come. Down. Good boy. Heel. 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 Hack. Leave it. Hey, heel. Sit. Good boy. No, sit. Yes. Good boy. He's a little excited with everybody being here, so you can see he likes his ball. But we'll do a little bit more in there when it's a little smaller group, and you can kind of see a little bit more when he's not quite so excited. We do a few things other than the sit, and we'll just kind of go from there, okay?